Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Colton Griffin. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about swing mechanics, a baseball swing. It seems that ever since the baseball has been around, each year the batting swing is more and more critiqued and developed. Hitting is the most difficult thing to do in a sport. Of course, the ball's moving between 50 to 100 miles an hour, and it's pretty small to hit. The Major League hitting coaches all the way down to, say, Little League coaches teach the most basic mechanics of a swing to start off with. But the higher you go up in baseball in levels, such as go from Little League all the way up to, say, high school ball to major leagues, the more the swing gets broken down and developed. According to Tony Gwynn, it takes about 2,000 swings to automatically be able to correct something in your swing, such as a bad habit. Makes you go where you don't even think about it when you're swinging. You just do it. It comes just like that. And today, we're going to be talking about the basic of the swing mechanics. And I'm going to start off with the upper half. 90% of your swing, no, 90% of hitting, I would say, is with your eyes. If you can't see the ball, then you're not going to hit it, correct? And then when you're in your stance, you're going to have both eyes on the ball. Not just one, which is better than seeing the ball with one eye, two. Both eyes on the ball, and you're going to see it out of the pitcher's hand all the way until contact with your bat. And then your head. Make sure your head keeps very still. You don't want to hit with your head jerking. That'll cause your eyes to go off the ball, and then you won't be able to see it. Next is your hands. You want your hands right above your back shoulder, nice and comfortable. You don't want to be up there stiff. If you're stiff, you're going to get really nervous, and then your body can't react like it should. So just a little bit of movement with your hands where they feel comfortable. In your knuckles. You want your knuckles lined up. Say if you put the bat on the ground and just put it in your hands, all your knuckles are going to line up. Your knock-knock knuckles, as I would call them. They're going to line up, and that's going to make your bat turn over on the ball, which will cause more line drives as opposed to pop flies. If you don't get the top hand over, you're going to hit the bottom half of the ball and you're going to pop up, and you don't want that. You want hard line drives. Next would be your shoulders. Your shoulders, your back shoulder, you don't want it to come down as an uppercut swing. You don't want an uppercut swing like this. You want to drive down at the ball. Alright, here we go. With your hands up in your motion, you want to load. A load is just like a punch. If I'm going to punch you, I'm not going to stand from here, then just punch. I'm going to come back to get more power in my punch, correct? Okay, same thing with a baseball bat. In your hands, you're going to take your load back just a little bit, then throw them at the ball. That'll cause more power in your swing. And your swing is going to be at a downward angle. Like I said, you're not going to want an uppercut swing. You're not going to hit the ball. You're not going to hit it square and hit line drives. You want a downward angle, just like this. Think about it as an airplane as it lands. It's going to come down slower at a downward angle. Then when you hit the ball, you're going to hit it square and it's going to have backspin. Then it'll carry more. And then your hips. Alright, you have your load. Take your load. Throw your hands at the ball. When you throw your hands, you're going to explode your hips. You're going to twist them. That'll cause your upper half to turn and get more explosion and more power on the ball. Okay, the lower half of the body during the swing. Your legs, they should be parallel or a little bit outside your shoulders. You don't want them too wide because if you get really down low, you lose a lot of your strength and power with your legs. Then too tall, you're not going to be able to see the ball as much because if you're down here, you can actually see it more as it comes through the strike zone as opposed to all the way up here. You'll just see the top of the ball. Now, when you step, you're going to want a little step. No more than 6 inches. That's going to cause you to lift your front leg and shift your weight back. Now your weight is going to be kind of equivalent on both legs, but you want a little bit more on the back, just so you don't fall out in front. And when I mean fall out in front, you're not going to lunge for the ball. Once you lunge for the ball, you're going to ground the ball down, you're going to hit ground outs. But if you stay back, and then when you explode your hips, you're going to have a lot more power once you stay back. Then that's pretty much it. I'll go over it again. Alright, we have eyes on the ball, most important thing. Both eyes. You're getting a little bit loose, you want your hands moving. Then once the pitch is coming, you're seeing it, you're going to take your step, you're going to load, and then throw your hands at the ball while your hips are exploding. And then that's going to be, you're going to have a pretty good swing, I'd say. Let's see. Alright, let me take you through some pictures I have here on my slideshow. This one right here, this is the upper body of the swing. This is Barry Bonds, one of the greatest hitters, with most home runs in power. You can see that his eyes are parallel with the ball, and he's got his downward swing, just like the airplane I was talking about. And he's got his top hand over. That's going to cause him to hit line drives. This is the grip I was talking about. Your knock-knock knuckles, they should be lined up. This will cause you to get on top of the ball as opposed of getting underneath it and popping it up. Here's a swing. This is one that's good. You can see his eyes are all the way down on the ball. That's a really good picture of that because, like I said, if you can't see it, you're not going to hit it. Then the lower body of the swing, right here you can tell that he's balanced. He took his swings, he exploded his hips, and he's still balanced over both of his legs. In this picture, he's taking his step. Although his weight's a little bit out front, they still look like they're equivalent. So he's still got his strength in his swing right there. Then this one, you can see him with his hips. He's exploding with his hips, and his weight's distributed, and that's a good swing. Alright, thank you very much for coming. I'm Colton Griffin. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.